The best way to make money is to make money for other people first. And there's no easier way to do that than right within High Level with just a couple drag and drop templates that you don't need to invent yourself. They give it to you. So in this quick video, I'm going to show you exactly how to sell database reactivation as a service to small businesses. That sounds confusing. It sounds complex. I know it's not. Really, to break it down in simple terms, it's taking a customer list from a small business and reactivating them to drive more revenue, or just emailing and or texting them to drive more revenue. And most importantly, I'm going to tell you how to price this and how much you can charge for this and how to increase the likelihood of a sale. I'm also going to give you a ton more ideas of other stuff you can sell, both alongside this reactivation campaign or as an upsell to it for a lot more money. I'm going to show you how to do that. Here's an example. I own a tree trimming business. If someone were to approach me and say, Chris, you have a tree trimming business. I imagine you have a customer list, right? Right. How many emails are on that list? I don't know. I got to check, maybe 4,000. Cool. How about this, Chris? What if we, using all of our marketing know-how and wizardry, when really you're just using High Level, and we email all 4,000 of those people with a wintertime special? We're really good at this. Just trust us. And any revenue that we generate from that list, you just give us 10% of. If we generate zero revenue, you don't give us anything. We'll do all of this for free in that case. This is what's called a no-brainer offer. And since I own a tree trimming business, I kind of know how the conversion rate breaks down on this. And if you email 4,000 people that have been a previous customer of tree trimming services, and you say, hey, wintertime's coming, watch out for the freezes. Trees are pretty dangerous during a freeze. How about we come proactively trim those branches? We'll give you a free quote today. Let's say 2% of the list says, yes, come give me a quote. That's 80 people. Of those 80 people, you close half of them, which is an average close rate for us. So that's realistic. You've got 40 jobs. Let's say of those 40 jobs, you have a $1,000 job size. That's $40,000 in revenue. You take 10% of that as the agency owner, and you make $4,000 just for sending an email using a template that High Level gives you for free. Now, some of these potential customers might have a hard time knowing where their list is, or even knowing if they have a list. Where are you going to get it from? Well, you want to lead with some suggestions for them. QuickBooks, Xero, Stripe, Square, anywhere they accept payments, anywhere they accept emails. At the point of sale register, you can't do this without a list. So this part is key. Another thing you can do with this list is not just like a one-time bulk reactivation sequence, but you could set up automations to where previous customers are emailed on their birthday with a 10% off coupon or the anniversary of them becoming a customer. There's so many ways you can do this. And you also want to spend a bunch of time on the offer. Not your offer to the business owner, but the business's offer to their customers that will be routed through you. For instance, is the offer a free quote for tree trimming? Is it 20% off for tree trimming? Maybe it's trim 2 trees, get the 3rd free. If you don't know which offer to go with, then you A/B test it. You think this business owner knows what A/B testing is? Probably not. If they do, they probably don't know how to do it. You can set all of this up in your automation, because then when you go to customer number 2, the second tree trimming business down the road, you already know which offer crushes. And if your offer crushes for them, then they're going to love you and they're going to want to pay you more money for more stuff. So getting this offer right is very important. And I'm going to show you how to A/B test these sequences so you can find out really quickly which offer works the best for whatever client it is that you acquire. Capiche? Capiche? Let's jump right in. Here's exactly how you're going to do this. Now, first, you're going to go into your High Level account. If you don't already have High Level, you can use my exclusive link to get 30 days free. It's below. Most other links are 14 days free. So I would love you forever if you used mine. Okay, so we're here on the dashboard. We're going to click on Automation, Create Workflow, select from Template, and then we're going to search Reactivation. Boom. Recipe, list, reactivation, choose template. Adding template, done. Okay, congratulations. You now have a very complex template that works magically. And we're only 6 clicks in at this point. Now you still need a customer list. So let's pretend that the tree trimming business in this example had nothing to lose. So they send you a spreadsheet of all 4,000 of their previous customers. Some of these are a day old. Some of these might be 6 years old. That's fine. You're going to click on contacts. Then you're going to click on import contacts right here. Now these are not opportunities. That would be like a lead or a deal in any specific stage. These are just contacts, people or businesses. Leave that box checked. Click on next. Then we're going to upload our file. All right, now right here, I've got some sample data in a Google Sheet. I'm going to hit File, Download, CSV, go back here, upload the file here. We'll click Next. Okay, now it's showing me a preview of what's in that file. This is what's called mapping the fields. We're basically telling high level which column should be assigned to what type of data point. Email to email, phone to phone, etc. So that's the name. Actually, a business name in this case. This is just sample data. Remember, that's the phone. It was automatically mapped. That is the email. Cool. All right, street address there, city there, and I don't need to import two address lines. So I'm going to check that box, hit next. Okay, I'm just going to pick a random tag. All that's important is that I know what it is. Okay, I'm going to check the box to accept the disclaimer, start bulk import. Cool. All right, there's the leads. Now we're going to go back here to the template, and we're going to make the tag of the lead the trigger. This is the trigger to start the automation, to start the reactivation sequence. You can do many different things with this. Tagging the contact is just one thing. You can make the trigger for when you move them from one stage of the pipeline to another. For instance, let's say I want to reach out to someone a year after they're a customer. So in that case, I'd have an automation to say, all right, Stripe payment processed, delay for 365 days, then trigger the reactivation sequence. Cool. Filters, tag added, real estate staging. Awesome. Save trigger. Now here, this is the email that we're sending them. Subject line, or this is the action name, not the subject line. We can have a template pre-populate all this. We can automatically put in their first name and say, hey, contact first name, be sure to get those trees trimmed before the ice storms hit. 10% off if you book a quote today. What do you say? That's the email. And of course, this is just for example purposes. No attachments necessary, save action. Cool, winter trimming. Now right here, the automation will wait until either they reply or until 1 hour passes. Then this next stage down, it will check to see if they've replied within that hour. And if they did, then it will discern if the reply was positive. And if it was positive, then you will put a positive reply in there back to them. So let's say Mary Smith gets this email. 36 minutes later, she responds and says, sure, I live at 123 Maple. Okay. At the end of that hour, it's going to say, ooh, Mary Smith responded. And then right here, it's going to say, ooh, she said yes. And then it will automatically respond to her again without you having to intervene at any point. I'll just say, great. Please book a time here. And then I can take my Calendly. I can take my high level smart calendar. I can take TidyCal, whatever, put in a booking link, and then she can automatically book the time for you to come quote the job. You still haven't interacted with this list yet. This is all automated. And if they did reply, but the tone was not positive, then we can do whatever. We can SMS, we can email, we can say no worries, or are you sure, whatever. Now over here, this is the follow-up sequence right here. We keep following up, we wait for a reply, is it positive, yada, yada, yada. And you can keep copying and pasting these little boxes here to add more and more follow-ups. That's it. We'll click save, and then all I have to do here is hit publish. And then as soon as I tag a contact with that predetermined tag, it will start this automation. And if I want to text and email them at the same time, great. Only text, great. Text first, email follow-up, great. Whatever you want. Okay, now once that's sent and all these emails get sent out, you're going to go to marketing, then you're going to go to emails, and you're going to be able to see all of your analytics. How many were delivered, how many bounced, how many unsubscribed, spam complaints, open rate, click-through rate, reply rate, etc. Super clean and easy to use. Now remember, you're doing all of this in-house. Your customer, in this case a tree trimming business, doesn't know about high level. If they do, it's not even relevant to what you're doing in their mind. And you can send them screenshots of these analytics to make them feel warm and fuzzy, like, wow, this guy's pretty legit. He's doing cool stuff for me. And the magic is not in doing this, right? This is great. And this can be recurring, but this is to show immediate value with a no-brainer offer, which is the best way to start any agency. I really, really like charging a percentage of what you make for them. But there is a big downside of that. How do you track that? How do you know? You don't have any visibility into them going out and performing quotes and saying yay or nay, or even getting paid on those quotes. So it's tough. What you can also do is say, hey, I charge $1,000 for this, or 10% of any revenue I bring you, or whichever is less. That way you can at least get $1,000 in the bag, unless they're just completely corrupt and lie to your face, because you will generate work for them. And in some businesses, it's a lot easier to see if that job actually went through. Like in roofing, you could just drive by the house and see, are they getting a new roof? And an email to 1,000 previous roofing customers might only generate 1 to 3 jobs, but that could be $20,000 to $50,000 in revenue. So it all just depends. I would also consider doing this completely for free for them, just to generate value and to get your foot in the door and to start selling them other services. After hours AI voice agents, missed call text back, review requests, review response automation, AI appointment setting, lead nurturing sequences, building a chatbot for them, on and on and on. All right, remember I promised to show you exactly how to A/B test different offers and or different emails or SMS to the same list. That way you can really nail down what, in this case, tree trimming offer works best for tree trimming companies. So you can just keep copying and pasting the same offer to other tree trimming businesses and their customers. Because if the offer works amazingly for tree trimming business A, it's going to work amazingly for basically every tree trimming business, unless they're on the other side of the country and it's not a very seasonal market, etc. You get what I'm saying. So in order to do that, you're just going to click this plus button right here. You're going to click split, random split, 50%, 50%. Hey, you want to add A, B, C, D test? Fine. You could mix and match the percentages however you want. You click save. Now you can see that there's 2 sides of this. How to copy it. Click the 3 dots, copy all actions from here. Then you click this, paste below. That's it. You're done. Then you're going to go over to this email. You're going to put in a different offer. Can we give you a free quote today? Cool. Save action. And what's awesome about this is not only can you see all the stats for these emails right here, but you can even see all the stats for each individual A/B test. Click on this, then go over to statistics, and they'll be right here. So you can know within an hour of sending this email which one crushes the best. And you can make this as complex as you want, but in my experience, it doesn't need to be complex. Simple is better. I hope this was helpful. Please use my high-level link in the description below if you want to give it a shot. 30 days free. I love it. We use it every day. Couldn't live without it. Thanks for hanging out on the Koerner office.